I know you're getting tired of watching Walter refinish walking sticks. Like I told you the other day, I wasn't real happy with this thing. I got me some 4-0 steel wool. We're going to rub this booger bear down and do it again. I won't put you through the grotesque boredom of watching me do this. I'll rub these runs off here, smooth it up some, put another coat. I wasn't real happy with the way that foam brush applied this stuff. We're going back with a brand new nylon or polyester brush. I'd rather have a few hairs on there than I would have some runs. Yesterday, drove my truck out to the burn pile and emptied all the tree limbs I had to pick up. I had a whole bed of my truck was full of tree limbs. And in the process, I was using my pitchfork to throw some of the stuff out of the back of the truck, and the pitchfork broke. Fell up in that big burned pile of bushes, and I got a whole 1.5 years worth of bushes out there. It's a big, huge pile. I'll show you a picture of it. But anyway, when I was doing that, I lost my pitchfork up in the pile. I had to go in there to get it, and it made me think of a little dog named Suzie. I'm going to tell you the story of Suzie. She was a little Beagle down in Florida. My father picked her up in the highway. She was about to get run over by cars. We assumed that somebody was using her to run with a pack of dogs, chasing deer, some other wild critter there. It was close to a hunting area. But she was very young, not old enough to run with a pack. My dad picked her up and brought her home because he didn't want to see her get run over out there in the highway. She was definitely lost from wherever she came from. My brother raised that dog, took it to training and obedience school and all kind of stuff. We were real attached to that dog. We were walking up this mountain in Morganton, Georgia, which is about 8 miles from Blue Ridge, Georgia. About halfway up the mountain, Suzie shot around me and snatched up something right at my feet, and I looked down, and it was a copperhead snake, and she had caught him right behind the head just as he was striking me. That's how close it was. I mean, I was about to step on him. And that little dog grabbed that snake, chomped down behind his head, and he was a good 3 foot long. She let go of him in about 5 minutes of shaking him around. He was dead. And I was still alive. Amazing little dog saved me from a snake bite. I didn't know a dog would do that, but Suzie sure did it. And that's what made me think about it. I had to step in that pile out there the other day. Make some bodacious flames when we set this on fire. Right now, we're just going to empty the truck. Oh. No, this ain't much of a video watching me unload the truck. But I'm documenting that I did something today. This is just a few of the limbs I picked up before I cut grass yesterday. Hell, I was tired out before I ever got started cutting. And I didn't begin to pick all the limbs up. You people that live in an apartment or a condominium may whine occasionally because you got no yard to keep up. But just look what you're missing out on. Cutting grass and trimming weeds and hauling trash and putting it in the burn pile. Dealing with maintenance of machinery. You're missing out on a lot. And again, maybe I'm missing out on something. Missing out on lounging around the pool. Or watching the world go by from my condominium window. I'm just kidding. Everything has its downfalls and benefits. We live on about 2.5 acres here. I've got right at 6 more acres down the road that I don't even use. I just pay taxes on it. It's growed up in forest. Probably could sell some bodacious timber off of it. You know what? Why don't we take the pitchfork and see if we can fling a big chunk of that out there all at one time? I could be here a week at this rate. Afraid my pitchfork's gonna come apart. Well, I lost my pitchfork. Now I gotta take a chance on getting a snake pit. As soon as I step my foot on a big old copperhead, and I'm gonna wish I hadn't have done that. Let's see if we can fish it out with the stick. Whole darn stick come off. Oh well, we're going in. Look out, snaky snake walkers coming through. Truth of the matter is that copperhead probably more scared of me than I am of him. But if you ever listen to my story on snakes, you'll know I got no fondness for them. If I use this this comment in a video, I'll put a link down in the description to my snake story. Some of you might get a kick out of it. Relates to the time I seen the world's biggest rattlesnake down in South Georgia as a kid. Well, I guess I'm retiring my pitchfork. Can't use that booger bear no more. Maybe we can get a new handle for it. I mentioned a while ago about copperhead snakes. I've had a couple run-ins with copperheads over the years. Today's story is about a little beagle dog named Suzie.